Whoa, you're listening to On Deck, presented by Amazing Med Zone. I'm Phil from Shirley with my boy, Drew Minotti.
What up?
What up,
What
Drew?
up? What's going
Yeah,
on?
with NFL free agency right around the corner, starting March 13th, and some big free agents out there. Where do you think Russell Wilson's going to end up?
It's a good question, man. What a trade, huh? Denver's not not doing so hot right now. Um,
Wild.
I know they're talking about Atlanta, they're talking about Pittsburgh, maybe even Minnesota.
Yep.
Um,
Minnesota would be a
yeah,
good spot, especially with the weapons there.
yeah,
I heard Giant fans like talking today on the radio, like asking for him. Obviously, I don't see him going there. But I think he'd be a good fit anywhere he goes. I think he's going to help a team win. I think he still can play.
yeah. I mean, he's still got legs. He. I don't know what his stats were last year, but they weren't terrible. Like
No, they
I
were
mean,
solid.
yeah, I think he threw for almost 20 touchdowns.
No, they were actually
So
really good. He had really good stats this year. He had better stats than a lot of other QBs.
yeah, like I mean, he still has some left in the tank. He's not that premier player he once was, but like I I don't know. Like I think he would look good in Atlanta's system. They have weapons. They don't really need a quarterback to take over the game. They just need someone to manage it.
Managed the game 100%. When you
Yeah,
look around to a quarterback, I mean, there's a good amount of guys. Kirk Cousins is going to be a free agent. I could see. I don't know. They're probably not going to franchise tag him, right? It looks like he's probably going to be a free agent.
yeah.
Um, Jacoby Brissett, free agent. Baker Mayfield,
I was
also
gonna say
free agent.
Baker. Baker's the one who he gambled on himself. He made like 4 million this year. And I think he's gonna. They
100%.
said that he can make between 20 and 35 this coming season. Like
Yep.
he bet on himself and he came out on top. Like you gotta. He's got to be one of the best quarterbacks in that draft.
100%. I mean, and he killed it this year, like you said. Bet on himself, killed it.
Yep.
Really stepped up in the playoffs, carried that team. No, Baker's a guy I like, bro. He's a gamer. He's definitely he's a guy that can win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you look at the running back position, though, there's some names, bro. We're just hearing the news too about Saquon not being franchise tagged. Where do you see Saquon going?
I mean, a lot of people are talking Houston. I think that'd be a good fit for him. People are talking Dallas and Philadelphia. Like I
I would
mean,
love it, man. I would love it on Dallas because Pollard was just non-existent.
yep.
Last year you really seen the how valuable Zeke was, just being able to run the ball consistently because Pollard's not a number one. I think he's shown that last year.
Yeah, I think
Also
he's a
Derrick Henry, 30 years old, free agent.
yeah.
He's still got a little life left. I know he's been running the ball a lot for a long time, but still got a
Right.
little life left
No,
in those
he
legs.
still has
Also,
like 2 or 3 years left to win a championship. He can go to Baltimore. They're saying like that's like the team that needs a running back. I know J.K. Dobbins is good when he's healthy, but
yep.
Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson in that backfield is insane.
100%. I heard Dallas mentioned too early on with him.
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs is an interesting guy where I want to
yeah,
see where he ends up because he's 26 years old. I think he's still got a lot left in the tank. He's a solid
yeah.
player. It's just with the running back position. We know that it's just so overvalued where you're not going to really get paid. If you can't go out there and line up at wide receiver and do so many different things, they're not going to pay you.
Right. And look at the Chiefs. I mean, they're winning with Pacheco, who's good, but is
Yep.
Pacheco one of the? I mean, I guess he could be considered one of the best running backs in the league, but he's not like that game changer.
Oh, but he's a guy
You
you
know?
get in the draft late in the draft. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, I don't even know if he was undrafted. We'll check
I
me
think
on
he went
that
the
if he
fourth
was or
round.
not. But okay, perfect. Like you said, late draft pick.
Yeah,
Tony Pollard, free agent. I don't like him. As a Cowboy fan, I don't think he's shown like he could be a starter. DeAndre Swift, I see,
yep.
25 years old.
Austin Eckler. Yep,
Austin Eckler, like
yep.
29, but solid player too, can catch the ball.
Yeah, that's like you said. If you can line up and catch the ball as a running back, I feel like you just market yourself so much better than someone who
Yep.
can just like Derrick Henry's good, but like you need a guy that can come out of the backfield too. Because if you get Derrick Henry, then you're gonna need another guy who can come out of the backfield, and it's like then you have two guys that I don't know. Like you said, no one's really paying the running back position anymore, and to pay two running backs is even worse. So
Yeah. No, you're
it's
not going to
interesting,
see that.
man. It's crazy to see. I mean, a couple of not too long ago, we had running backs were like the best player. Now it's
Crazy.
quarterback, man. Like, yeah, and I know like Brock Purdy is the one that like kind of like
Mm.
puts a kibosh to that, but at the same time, you need a stud quarterback to lead your team, or else you're not
Oh,
going
definitely.
anywhere.
And even with receivers, I think we've seen it over
Yep.
the time where you see the top tier guys showing up, but how many guys did Peyton Manning make? You know what I mean? How many guys did Tom Brady make where
Yeah.
they didn't have that upper echelon guy? But it doesn't matter. Same thing with Patty Mahomes. Like, I think that was a big thing for them this year too. They didn't have a
Yeah.
wide receiver at all.
Yeah.
I shot passes all like crazy.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of big free agent wide receivers too. That's the thing about NFL free agency. Like you could really change your team with this. This is a big time right now.
Yeah. Huge. I know. I mean, I know you're a Cowboys fan, but I feel like the Jets can take a couple of guys and be relevant. And like
Yep.
same thing with the Cowboys, man. The Cowboys have a good squad already. Their defense, both teams have great defense. You
Mhm.
know, both teams have, I guess, the Cowboys definitely have better receivers, but
Yeah.
they both have weapons. So it's like I feel like they can make a big splash and just be relevant.
The thing that drives me crazy about them is just like they this year was so crazy. I thought they were going to be so great, and then you lose in a devastating fashion. I can't get excited about a Cowboy game until they're playing in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
But yeah, having said that, we got NFL free agency starting March 13th. We got the draft coming up. We got our
let's
boy
go.
Cletus the Hebrew Hammer fighting March 15th. We'll have an interview with him later on coming up. Big things happening, man.
Yeah,
Drew.
guys, stay tuned, man. Stay tuned on deck. We're doing big things.